Yeah.
Good morning. It's Sunday. This is a Sunday fest, not fest. Good morning, Harry. How you doing?
I'm alright, Mark. How are you doing?
Not bad. Feeling better. It's always good when you pick up 3 points on a Saturday. And let's have a look at the league table first. And this is the league table. Bromley are first, not second. Bromley got a 5-point
You know what?
lead
That's
over
weird.
Notts.
That's weird, isn't it? Seeing Notts in second.
Yeah,
Weird.
like if you think back to the first time we played Bromley and how we played in that game, you wouldn't imagine the next time we play them. Well,
We're
played Barrow.
second.
The first time we played Barrow, and
Yeah.
then the second time we played them, we're second in the league. Because there was rumblings at that time about Patterson didn't know what he was doing and everything else. So patience and rewards.
Yeah.
Well, there were some really good, strange results yesterday. I mean, there were some acca busters as well, if you think about it. Arrogant, you've seen that one coming. You could say the
I think
Barnet
I called that
one.
one.
The Barnet one was sort of like a bit predictable with like Warsaw's sort of form at the minute. Let's have a look at the results from yesterday. You got Fleetwood versus Bromley. Bromley winning that one in added time, and Gillingham beat Tranmere. Harrogate beat Cambridge.
Whittaker scoring again, it looks like.
Yeah, Whittaker scored again for Tranmere. See, I think Whittaker was one what I like Whittaker, and I think that's a player what sort of got away from Notts. He was only there on a 6-month contract. But Harrogate, that was a shocker. That did my acca in yesterday. Newport Grimsby, I would have thought Grimsby would have sort of like won that. We beat Barrow 2-1. And then Walsall Barnet. What is going on at Walsall at the moment?
First time was so nice. We had to do it twice.
Yeah, exactly. And then midweek, I mean, Cambridge play Crawley in midweek, and then you got Shrewsbury against Barrow in midweek. Let's get back to the league table. But you got Newport and Harrogate on 21 points, Shrewsbury 23, Barrow 24, and then Crawley, Bristol Rovers. It's so tight at the bottom as well as it is at the top.
I mean, it's tight midway through, isn't it? Mid-table, it's tight there as well.
Yeah. I mean, next weekend we play Bromley. Now the gap will, like, from us to Bromley, will either be larger, or we'll cut it down to like 2 points. And I think that game is like the minimum we've got to get out of that game is a point.
It's one, a point.
So, would you take a draw? You take a draw on right now. You take a draw.
Take a draw right now. Yeah.
But all three would actually be a lot better.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd close the gap to 2 points. And I've just got a funny feeling the way we're playing and the way the results, we've been winning games by like one goal, haven't we? So
yeah,
I could, in my figure, I think 2-1. But as like you look at like the previous 6, but we've won, I think possibly we could win that by 1 goal to 0. In my
I'll take that. Yeah.
I'd take that. I think it'd be a tight, cagey game. It might be a bit like the Walsall sort of game where they came to Meadow Lane and they played basically for that draw.
They did, yeah.
It weren't the most entertaining game to watch. Do you know what I mean? And then yesterday, Bromley only just won it in added time yesterday against Fleetwood. So let's have a look back at yesterday, where we're going to start. Oh, this is one what's cleared off the line. Now, some Bromley fans said this would have made it 2-2 right at the death.
Barrow fans, not Bromley.
Yeah, Barrow fans. that was over the line. I hadn't seen any other highlight or any clip where I could like agree or disagree on that, whether it was over the line or not.
Yeah, because
Right.
the bar player was standing in the way.
As you said, Cerullo says in his interview, which I haven't watched neither, it's his goal. Now, I strongly debate that. It's been given as an own goal, Smith own goal. Misses one of these like every game, innit? But let's have a look at the goals.
I think that was harder to miss, which he did.
Quite easily, but not only Dennis, Jatta will, when Jatta's on the pitch, they'll miss something. And Love on Tuesday night against Gillingham on Love, he missed a sitter.
Yeah.
We've got different angles. That's Cerullo's goal yesterday. Well, the own goal. From your angle, because that's from the top, it don't look like there's a deflection on it. This angle, you could blatantly see the deflection. Here's the second. That was a good goal, that was. He had too much time and space for that. Shouldn't have been left unmarked. And then the winning goal from Dennis. And the run continues. Which at certain parts in yesterday's game, I didn't feel like we was actually gonna get anything from that game. At certain parts it looked like Barrow wanted 3 points more than we did. They looked more like better going forward, faster going forward. We looked more slower and more patient going forward. And I thought the referee was okay yesterday. Some of his decisions, you could have said, could have gone either way. You know, I mean, he seemed to like blow for them more than us.
Yeah.
But we can't complain. 3 points is 3 points. 18 out of 18. Who's seen that one coming?
That is good to hear, though. That is good to hear.
But your last win is only as good as your next win.
Yeah.
And like Patterson said,
take it game by game, keep your feet firmly on the ground, and see what happens at the end of the season.
But I do think next week we need Jatta. Jatta needs to be back.
Absolutely, yeah. So,
because I know Jatta gets some criticism as well from fans about his like hold up play, but I thought like in the Swindon game and I thought in the Gillingham game, maybe as well at Fleetwood, he's holding the ball up and everything else. And I don't know, you need to lose a player when they're playing well for so many games to realise how much they actually do in the team.
Yeah.
We are the Geordie boys.
I thought his hold-up play was more better.
Yeah.
Than anything.
So, like, and then when you've got Dennis, playing one up at home, one up front at home, yeah, it worked yesterday, you could say, because we would. But I just think it's very negative. I can understand it away from home, but at home, it's, I don't know. To me, it's very negative and defensive. And I thought, as the substitutes went on yesterday, it gave Bromley more encouragement. Not Bromley, Barrow, more encouragement to attack.
Yeah.
And our midfield, we sort of like, I don't know. I thought like Bexray, Aurora could have come on yesterday. You know what I mean? And he could have made some sort of difference.
Add a bit more pace into the side.
Morning. That's all.
Morning.
That's. You can't understand because I think we used 4 subs yesterday, so we had another one, but we don't tend to use all 5. And it was crying out for a bit of pace, some speed. You know what I mean, to give you that outlay. But
Yeah.
the subs we do bring on seem to like are more of a setback, in my opinion. What's your thoughts on that one, on the substitutes?
I thought they were wrong. But you can't really do much without probably your main players like Jota. So yeah, I mean, I thought we should go to up top at home to have a bit more attacking creatively. I mean, I did thought that new guy when he came on, is it Hanjin when he came on? I thought he played all right.
Tangun, innit?
Tangen,
Tangun.
yeah, whatever his name is. We'll get it right at some point. I thought he played all right when he came on. He had a good shot, which I don't think he likes to put a tackle in there.
Yeah, that's the thing with him. I noticed when he come on, he's like he'll run towards player, the tackle sort of like not sort of bigger part of his probably a part of his game what ain't really there. But the shot he took, and I mean it went miles wide, but you could see what he was trying to do. And somebody said near me, he says, "Oh, we'll forgive him for that." You know what I mean? At least he had a go. But that ball he laid off to Jody, which I think it was it Jody or was it Cerullo? I can't remember. Can't see down that side that well. But he laid that ball off like perfectly. And then the ball comes in, we get a corner, and then Dennis scores from it.
Yeah, because Robbo tried to shoot it, but his shot weren't that right. So Dennis just headed it in to make sure it was in.
So you look at that aspect of it. I like his movement. I thought a lot of time, some of the time yesterday, that when he came on, other players in the team didn't really want to give him the ball.
No.
And it's that same thing. Like in the first half yesterday, Cerullo was like free on the side, what goes down the paver side. And the amount of times he gets ignored. Or you've got that extra sort of like pass to get from the middle of the park to over Cerullo. They do that one extra pass, which then allows the opposition to reset.
Yeah.
Rather than just going like cutting that extra pass out and going straight to Figgy. And I think even Cerullo he was getting a bit cheesed off with that yesterday because it was a bit slow. There was another time where the ball could have been played to Newburn, and that extra pass closes down that space what you would have had. I mean, all in all, I think in the last few games we've got away with it, especially defending in the second half. We've got away with it.
I mean, I liked what Cerullo said in his interview, where obviously Alan asked him, "It's first versus second next weekend. It's a big game." He goes, "We don't matter what type of game it is. It's just another game on the road, and we have to win." So I like how the players are thinking and how Patson's thinking. So they're not taking it serious. Well, they are taking it seriously, but like not to that extent anyway. So they say it's another game. It's another league game. We have to try and get all 3 points.
I mean, what we've done better this season is we actually turned up in games against like the top 7.
And and you also have to think about it. It's another bogey team where we won against this season. So
I mean, it would be nice to go there next weekend and beat them comfortably, but we're missing so many chances. And if Jata's not playing, then like you're going to go back towards, even if Jata's playing, you're like, well, another 2-1, or it's going to be like a 1-0. At the moment, you can't. You know it's coming where Notts are going to like absolutely score 4 or 5.
4 or 5, yeah.
But when that will be, who knows? But like,
never know.
go back to yesterday's game and this one. I mean, that's probably inches away from being in the back of the net. You know what I mean? Centimeters from being in the back of the net. Well done to Badu for like clearing it. But let's have a look at again at next week's fixtures. You got Beltnam, Barnet against Cheltenham. Obviously, Barnet played really well yesterday.
They did, yeah.
He played very well yesterday when he came on, I thought, in my opinion.
Yeah,
So then you've got Barnet, Cheltenham. I think that's going to be a tough one for Barnet because Cheltenham yesterday scored 2 against MK Dons. Then you got Salford against Warsaw. They're the both 2 early kickoffs. You're going to think both of them games after yesterday's performances, you're going to think, well, Barnet are going to win, Salford are going to win.
yeah.
Walsall are in free fall at the moment. You got Barrow versus Colchester. Colchester are playing well. You're going to think, well, Colchester, after Barrow's performance yesterday, Colchester more than likely. The toughest game there is the Bromley Notts County, top 2, going against each other. Cambridge, Bristol Rovers. You think Cambridge at home have been strong a lot of this season. So you're going to think, well, that's definitely 3 points for Cambridge. You got Chesterfield, Harrogate. Chesterfield won yesterday. Harrogate won yesterday.
It was tight though for Chesterfield. It was. Even though they won, it's still tight.
And then you got Crewe Gillingham. Crewe won yesterday at Crawley. A 1-0 win. Then you got MK Dons Newport. Everybody's going to say, well, MK Dons are at home. They're strong at home. Newport got a draw yesterday against Grimsby. They're going to think.
You know, I'm going to back Newport.
Yeah, you're going to back Newport. And it's like, well, everyone's going to have them MK Dons as own bankers. But as you found out yesterday, that may not
be the case.
Happen.
Yeah.
Then you got Fleetwood, Oldham. Oldham was sort of like
Oldham to win that one. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Fleetwood, when we played Fleetwood, they weren't that bad. And then you got Shrewsbury against Swindon. You can see Swindon probably winning that. And then Tranmere Crawley.
See Tranmere winning that.
And it's tough. We're going back to the back end of the season. Before you know it, we're going to be waiting around for the World Cup, thinking about next season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The season goes so fast. I mean, after the Bromley game, we've got Shrewsbury. Then we've got Tranmere at home.
And then Grimsby at home.
Then we're into March. You know what I mean? It's so fast. This pre-season, end of season to pre-season seems like forever. But once you're into the season, once you get it just flies.
Once you get that first game underway, it's like that. And gone as fast as possible.
Let's have a look at these again. See, from the cop angle, from your angle in the cop, you can't really tell that there's a deflection on that.
Yeah. But from your angle, it does.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to have them shots, and in a congested area, you got to try them.
Right time, right place, and all that.
I mean, that was a good goal for them yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, this is Dennis's winner, isn't it? I mean, his head was in the right time, right place to get that.
You know what? From that angle, it looked like the ball came off his chest.
Yeah, but it could look like what from my angle or your angle.
Mine.
It just looked like it just hit him on the head and then went in.
Yeah.
But from
Macy didn't miss, because if he would have missed, then
yeah, it would have been a 1-1 draw.
Oh, who knows? Barrow could have gone on to win the game.
Possibly. But I said to Marshall yesterday, I guess, you know what though? These are the games, say like the Fleetwood game, say like the Barrow game. Last season we would have lost them games.
Or drawn, yeah.
More than likely lost them. Even you could say the Gillingham game, we would have probably lost them games last season.
Yeah.
I do think Patterson's got the sort of mentality around the club where they never give up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, never give up. Yeah.
They never give up.
Grind out
Even
until the end.
even if like there's like players like on Tuesday night against Gillingham, Maz was like he was huffing and puffing. He could have done with coming off. You know what I mean? I think we'd used all our windows then, but he was still going.
Yeah, it was like Patterson said. It was like you could see the players tired in the first half because how many games we had played before that. But in the second half, it was, I wouldn't say a lot better, but it got better. So I think it was just playing that Saturday, Tuesday, like 2 weeks. So I mean, I think it'll be good to have a free week this week. See what Cambridge do on Tuesday because I don't think that affects us, but I think if they win it, there'll be a point behind us. So I think
Yeah,
Crawley
don't.
needs to do it. Crawley needs to do us a favour. So I think I'll be watching that one and then see what we can do on Saturday.
I mean, Crawley need the points Tuesday night against Cambridge to like push away
I mean,
from.
to be fair, Shrewsbury and Barrow could do with all 3 points. So that one's going to be a good game as well.
Yeah, exactly. Both of them needs, but Crawley need the points to like push away from like the bottom, don't they? Cambridge need the
Yeah.
points to narrow the gap between them and us. The Shrewsbury Barrow game, that is anybody's. You know what I mean? Because if you
Yeah.
look at the table, I mean, both of them need them. I mean, Shrewsbury are 2 points off the bottom
Yeah.
two.
Barrow's
Both
three,
bottom
3
two,
points. Yeah.
both of the bottom two are like 21 points. It's just goal difference. I mean, the goal.
Well, I mean, I think it helps when Newport's got a couple of games in hand over Harrogate because I think they've played one more than the entire. Or no, Crews played 31. So they have a couple of games handed over them. So I guess that'll be good for them. But it's all good having them. You need to win them.
I mean, if we don't win next week, you got Swindon on 53. They'd be on
55.
55. They'd be on 58. MK Dons, they'd be on 57, but they'd go above us. If Cambridge win Tuesday night, they'd be. Yeah. So we'd be back outside the playoffs again. So I think me saying I'd be happy with a draw, but if we want to stay in the top 3,
we need to win.
We cannot do nothing but win. We've got to win.
We've got to win. Yeah.
You can't not win because all the other scenarios, if MK Dons win, Cambridge win Tuesday, and then they win on Saturday, then we're back out the top 3 again. So the scenarios of like, oh, well, we could afford to lose or a draw's good enough. I don't think for us, a draw ain't good enough. A draw for Bromley is probably a good result.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only one where you've got probably you got Salford, Walsall, and yeah. So that's sort of like top 7 clash. Just about. With us, which is top 2, there's no other really top of the table clashes there.
No.
For us to stay in that playoff running position,
I mean,
3 points.
I'm kind of glad it went 12:30. I didn't move it. I'm kind of glad. I'm glad it's 3 o'clock because we don't turn up at 12:30.
Well, sometimes we turned up against Crewe. We turned up against Walsall, but they were so negative. They played very negative. I think in their eyes it was like, well, let's just be top at Christmas.
Yeah.
And then it's all gone wrong from there at the moment. But as for other results yesterday, what was your shot result in League 2 yesterday?
I mean, I would say Harrogate, but I think I did predict the one. I mean, I would have said Walsall as well, but I think I said Barnet as well. So possibly Newport Grimsby, that shocked me, finishing 0-0. I thought there would have been goals in that.
I mean, I thought the biggest shock, because Cambridge was unbeaten until yesterday, from when we beat them 2-0 at Meadow Lane in October. They've been on that massive run. And that was their first defeat in all that time in the league. So I'd give it Harrogate just for that. You know what I mean? It's how they bounce back from that. We're seeing it with other teams earlier in the season where if you're on this amazing run, I think like Gillingham was on that run, weren't they? Where not Grimsby. Grimsby was on that run. Gillingham was on that run where they hadn't lost in so many games.
When Gillingham won it until Harrogate beat them, remember, at their place, I think it was.
Yeah. And then Grimsby was on a run, weren't they, where they was doing well, and then they had that cup tie.
Yeah.
They played Man U, and then it sort of like went off the ball from there. And I know Wake County have been on runs this season. We've lost, but then we bounced back a week later.
The week after.
The next game we bounced back. So that bounce back ability has been quite good from Notts. But as Cambridge gonna react to that defeat? Who knows? We'll find out Tuesday night.
Who knows? Yeah.
But I think Tuesday night watch along, a League 2 watch along.
Yeah.
It'd probably be on YT and X and possibly some other places as well. So, you got any final thoughts?
I mean, apart from 3 points is 3 points. We need to play a lot better against Bromley if you do want to win. And come on, you Pies.
Yeah, come on, you Pies, and we shall see you
at Wednesday.
Monday.
We're
back on Monday.
Yeah,
we're back on Monday, but we'll also be back. We'll do some EFL Premier League stuff later on today. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe as well.